Justin Bieber has done it before, voiced his frustration, drawn a line, and attempted to protect what little privacy he can hold on to in a world that seems to demand a constant feed of his personal life. And now he's doing it again. But this time, there's a different weight in his voice, a sharper edge in his tone, and a new, raw sincerity to the way he's delivering his message. On a sunny Thursday outside the exclusive Soho house in Malibu, Justin confronted the paparazzi with the kind of fire and directness that only someone who's been pushed to his breaking point can muster. Captured on video, which quickly went viral, Justin can be seen stepping out, attempting to enjoy a rare moment of peace. But peace, for someone like him, is often short-lived. The cameras swarm, voices overlap, and the usual chaos begins to bubble. But what happened next wasn't just another celebrity moment of anger, it was a man who's worn the weight of fame. Since childhood, trying to reclaim a small sliver of his life, he didn't just ask to be left alone. He demanded it. Looking directly into the lenses of the cameras, Justin delivered a message that struck deeper than the usual celeb paparazzi clash. "Stop provoking me," he said, his voice steady but clearly tired. "I'm a real dad, real husband, a real man." In that moment, the boy who once sang to sold-out arenas with a mop of floppy hair was gone. Standing in his place was someone hardened by life, changed by love and loss, and disillusioned by a fame that once felt like a dream, but now seems like a burden. He knew exactly how the footage would be spun. He even predicted it. That his words, his tone, his expression would be twisted to make him look like the aggressor. It's happened before, after all. Over the years, Justin has been framed in countless ways. Angry, unstable, spoiled, lost. But now, more than ever, it seems he's trying to rewrite that narrative, even if it means standing in front of the same cameras that have tormented him, staring down the very people who refuse to let him live on his own terms. There was no screaming. This time, no reckless outburst. Just a man begging, no, insisting, that he be seen for who he truly is. Not a headline, not a paycheck, not a prop in someone else's story. A man, a father, a husband, someone who spent the better part of his life under scrutiny, trying to find peace in a world that constantly invades his. And the timing of this emotional moment isn't random. Justin has a lot on his plate right now, more than the average person might imagine. Behind the scenes, his marriage to model and entrepreneur Hailey Bieber has been the subject of countless rumors, whispers of distance, of difficulty, of a partnership that might be fraying under the weight of too much pressure, too much expectation. And yet, both have kept relatively quiet, choosing not to engage directly with the tabloids that make a living off their potential heartbreak. Add to that the other rumors, ones about Justin's mental health, his physical health, and even his alleged struggles with substances, and it's no wonder the man is trying to draw a hard line. His fans, those who have followed him since the beginning, know the roller coaster he's been on. The rapid rise to fame, the early controversies, the string of public missteps, the very human breakdowns caught on camera and replayed endlessly by the media. When Justin says he's a real man, it's not just bravado, it's a declaration forged. In years of living under a microscope, where every mistake is magnified, every cry for help becomes a spectacle, and every attempt to grow up becomes tabloid fodder. He's grown into that man not despite the trials, but because of them. But being a man in the public eye, especially one who dares to show vulnerability, doesn't come easy. It's worth remembering where he started. A YouTube kid with a voice that caught the attention of the world, plucked from obscurity, and turned into a global phenomenon almost overnight. Justin Bieber didn't get the chance to grow up in private. His adolescence, his heartbreaks, his triumphs, and his mistakes were all public domain. He's been a product of fame for so long that many forget he's not just a persona, he's a person. And now, he's a father. Though he and Hailey have kept much of their family life out of the public eye, the recent announcement of her pregnancy changed things. There's a new dimension to Justin now, one that's more protective, more present, more fierce about the lines he's willing to draw. Being a dad changes a man. It shifts priorities, deepens convictions, and in many cases, sharpens the sense of what truly matters. For Justin, that means protecting his child from the kind of life he's had to endure. This isn't about celebrity, tantrums. This is about survival. It's about a man who's had his most intimate moments broadcasted without consent, who's been followed, chased, ambushed, and sold in pieces to the highest bidder. And now, with fatherhood on the horizon, he's drawing a boundary, not just for himself, but for his child, his wife, and the future he wants to build. And yet, despite all that, despite his efforts to create space, the cameras keep clicking. The questions keep coming. The provocation continues, because that's what sells. That's what the world has come to expect from Justin Bieber. Drama, outbursts, breakdowns. But this time, the drama isn't in the explosion. It's in the restraint, in the pain behind the eyes, in the carefully chosen words of a man who refuses to be baited any longer. Of course, there are those who won't see it that way. There are always critics. Those who say, he signed up for this, or he's rich, what's he complaining about? But fame, especially the kind that consumes your entire identity, is a double-edged sword. Yes, it brings wealth and privilege. But it also steals anonymity, invites judgment, and erodes mental health in ways most people can't begin to understand. And Justin isn't hiding from that. He's faced it, time and again. He's apologized for past actions. He's opened up about his mistakes, his struggles, his regrets. He's done the work, therapy, faith, self-reflection. And now, he's simply asking for the right to exist beyond the camera's gaze. It's why his confrontation outside Soho House matters. Not because it's scandalous, but because it's honest. Because it shows a man who's trying, really trying, to live a better, fuller, more grounded life. A man who's no longer interested in playing the celebrity game. A man who's found purpose beyond the stage, beyond the fame, beyond the screaming crowds and flashing lights. Of course, the cameras won't stop. The stories won't stop. The speculation won't stop. But maybe, just maybe, his words will resonate. Maybe someone watching that clip will see beyond the soundbite and recognize the human being behind it. Maybe another young star, facing the same crushing pressure, will see Justin and feel less alone. Because in the end, that's what this is about. Not just about Justin Bieber, but about what fame does to people. How it dehumanizes, how it distorts, how it feeds off vulnerability, and how rare it is for someone to stand up and say, enough. And maybe, if enough people start saying it, things will change. Maybe future artists won't have to fight so hard for privacy. Maybe fatherhood won't have to be defended like a battle line. Maybe the world will start to remember that celebrities are people too. Until then, Justin Bieber will keep drawing lines. He'll keep speaking up. He'll keep fighting for his peace. Because now, it's not just about him, it's about his family, his future, his right to live freely, and no amount of flashbulbs or clicks will take that away.